Really well. They're living together as a family group, and they're all starting to settle down into that very well. We're seeing lots of progression with their relationships, both between the females and the male. Kombucha does a very good job. One of the roles of leadership of a male gorilla is to stop any scuffles or fights between females, if there is any competition between them, quite quickly, which he does. He doesn't tolerate any nonsense. He also is very good at calling them to him and starting to show affection to the females. He's starting to really develop into a good silverback, and as I say, taking over that role of leadership. There's individual behaviour patterns that occur at that time. There's also hormonal signals that get put out, and quite often it's the male that will see those signals before we do as keepers. So we'll start to see some changes in the male's behaviour and the female's behaviour towards each other. A lot of what goes on with gorilla behaviour is quite subtle, so we'll see changes in their facial expressions, their body positions to each other, the amount of eye contact they're making with each other, and sometimes a little bit more displaying. Also, the female gorillas can be a little bit competitive, so when one female's an estrus, it can cause some tension between the females when that's happening. So we'll start to see some of that happening. So in humans, our bicep muscles are the largest muscle in our arms, but our forearms are quite small in comparison. Well, with gorillas, their forearms are almost the same size as their bicep. That gives them incredible arm strength. So to say what he would lift, I'd say a huge amount. To give you an idea of his strength, he's able to lift himself up and pull himself up in his arms and hang by his arms for quite a period of time. Now he weighs almost 200 kilos. So to give you an idea of what he could lift or what he could throw, it's phenomenal. There are some very large logs within the paddock, which it takes 4 or 5 of us to literally move and roll around. He can drag those around by one arm. I haven't noticed him be afraid of anything. I think that's the makeup of most male gorillas. They're very big, impressive, powerful animals, and their role within a wild group and their role within the group here is a leader and protector. So their kind of natural instinct, even if they perhaps were fearful, would be quite aggressive and defensive. He does have some odd, quite what I would say maybe juvenile quirks. He loves playing with water. So one of the things he likes to do is we give him dig him a pool. He will literally spend hours playing in the water, splashing it around, putting things in and out, twigs, splashing, poking the water. We've looked after gorillas for quite a number of years, and there are a lot of people in the world that look after gorillas. So there's a big community of people. We can always talk to each other and we can gain quite a lot of information. We also now understand a lot more about their behaviour and their social groups. Gorillas are relatively easy animals to look after as long as they have the main things that they need, which is a social family group to live in, enough space to be in, lots of food and the right diet and the right browse, and thankfully we're getting to a point where we're understanding a lot more about that. So and we've had enough experience with that, just us personally but also throughout the zoo community, that we're able to look after them fairly well now. So most of the difficulties that initially we had many years ago, we've now reaching to the point where we've overcome, and we're really getting down to getting the fine points sorted out. Consciousness and self-awareness in animals, in other apes, can be quite a contentious topic, and there is a lot of research around that. I can say personally, as working with them as apes, to me they definitely are conscious and self-aware beings. We do give them enrichment where they can look at themselves, so we give them big gorilla-proof mirrors, and they spend a lot of time looking at themselves, grooming themselves, looking behind, and quite a lot of time interacting with that, which would appear to show that they definitely are very self-aware. They're also, as they're a social ape, very much as we are, they're able to plot, plan, and they seem to be able to definitely be aware of the consequence of their actions and to be able to make political moves within the group. So all of that, they are definitely self-aware. Well, we're hopeful that we will have kids. I mean, or baby gorillas. Baby gorillas, as much as they do for a human family, helps bring the family together. It's very enriching for them, and it's, you know, that's what we're hoping for them. We're starting to see mating between the group, so we're very hopeful that all will be well, and we'll start to have a productive family.